Hello, good morning. Hey y'all. So I'm gonna be starting a new vlog. I've just woken up. It's Saturday, July 1st. So pardon my morning face, but yeah, I guess I've just woken up. I've got some coffee here. Got my breakfast. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy my little breakfast and start reading for Ktropeathons. I think I'm gonna read a little bit of Semantic Error, which is the webtoon that I've chosen for this event to read, and I'm super excited. So I'm gonna just get into that a little bit this morning, and then we've got a little party to go to later on for my son and my nieces and nephews, and so I'll take you along probably for a little bit of that. And yeah, I'm so excited for this event. I've just been really looking forward to it. So yay, Ktropeathon. So let's get going. Already finished. There's a little prologue and then sort of volume 1 or whatever of Semantic Error, and I'm just already into. So like I said, I already watched the drama that this was, this same story, but I really loved it. So I just kind of wanted to read read this webtoon about it. And so we've got our main characters who they're both in university and they are just like polar opposites, and but somehow they end up working together on a project. So it goes from there. Like I said, this is a male romance type of story, and I'm already just really excited. So I bought these at H Mart. They are mozzarella cheese and potato hot dog, of course, the Korean style. The crispy potato bits on the outside. Now, will it be as good as like getting from a street vendor, in Korea? No, probably not, but let's try it out. Let's try them. There it is. Let's give it a try. It's gonna be hot. Oh, it's good. So it's got like the potatoes on the outside. Looks like fries on the outside. It's got the cheese in the middle. I think I got an actual bite of the sausagey part. Let's take another bite. There we go. Oh, it's hot. Wow. I'll try it with a little. All right. It's really good. It is pretty good. Alrighty, hi guys. Thought I'd do a little check-in. Today is Sunday, July 2nd. So yesterday just kind of flew by. Had a busy day with, like I said, the little party we went to yesterday with my family, and we had a really good time. And yeah, but we were tired. So let me see. What have I started reading? I did start to read a couple of things. So I started reading the webtoon Semantic Error. And I've read just a little bit of it so far. Our sort of main characters have just met, and like I said, this is a male romance. It's set at the university. It's kind of an opposites attract situation. And yeah, I've watched the show already, but I thought it would be fun to actually read the webtoon, like I mentioned kind of in my Ktropeathon plans. But yeah, it's really cute, and you can read it for free. I will link it below. You can find it. It's like super sunny here today. Oh my God. I also did start The City of Ash and Red, but yeah, and so far I'm just up to chapter 3. chapter 2 was a bit on the longish side, so I'm about like a quarter of the way through. And so far, we're just figuring things out. We're getting what this world is about and what's going on. We're following a guy who we just call the man. We never know his name. So this seems like some sort of, oh, my eggs are done boiling. So we're following this guy. Like I said, his name is just the man, and he's being transferred to a new country as part of his job. And like I said, this seems like a dystopian sort of world. The countries are just called like country A, country B, country C, and then there's like district, Y, district 1, or not Y, district 1, 2, or whatever. And he works for this like sort of like pesticide kind of company, and he's transferred, like I said, to this country. I think it's country C, and it's like a new language for him. Like it's a different country, and he gets there, and everything is covered in trash, like literal garbage bags full of trash. The whole like city where he's at is built on top of an old what do you call it, like dump, like trash dump. And there's trash, I mean, literally everywhere. It stinks so bad he like threw up when he got there. And then there's this virus going around. So there's just, people are walking around like hazmat suits and stuff like down the street and stuff. So I'm not really sure what's going on quite yet, but I'm certainly very intrigued to see what's going on. Like, I gotta know what's going on, right? And why this man was brought in and all this kinds of good stuff. Anyway, so it is Sunday night, so I'm gonna plan on cooking a good dinner tonight, and I'm gonna cook some Korean stuff because part of Ktropeathon is to experience some Korean food. So my plan is I'm gonna make some bulgogi. I bought some little beef chunks, so I've got that marinating right now. I'm gonna try to make some tteokbokki. Wish me luck. And I think some little kimchi pancakes on the side. I don't know if my husband will eat the kimchi pancakes or the tteokbokki. But he'll probably eat the bulgogi. Of course, I'll make some rice, and I'll probably just cook up some vegetables too on the side. I got some, what did I buy today at the store? I bought some zucchini and maybe a little cabbage I'll throw in there too. Maybe some carrots. So he'll definitely eat the bulgogi, rice, and the veggies. Not sure who'll eat the tteokbokki. One, it's going to be spicy. He's not a spicy guy, but I like spicy to a certain point. And I really want to try tteokbokki, and of course I really want to try to make my kimchi pancakes. I just kind of want to make a nice little spread. So wish me luck as I hope I can figure it out. All right, bye. Okay. Pardon any mess, but here is what I've got for my tteokbokki. Of course, I've got the rice cakes that you need. I bought this at H Mart a couple weeks ago when I went for a little trip. So these are the rice cakes that you put in there. They're like really chewy, almost like one big like noodle. I don't know, if you ever had like a rice noodle. Yeah, it kind of tastes like a big noodle. That's very chewy consistency. I absolutely love. And of course, green onion, and I've got the red pepper paste here, which we need, the gochujang, and I've got some Korean red pepper flakes, red pepper. This will kick it up a little notch. And you put boiled eggs in there also, and then like a couple of seasons, like a little bit of sugar, and I'm gonna put a little bit of bouillon in there because I don't have the dashi da, which is like the Korean beef stock powder. I do not have that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna put a little bouillon in there. I think that'll be fine. And yeah, you just kind of, you put everything kind of in the pan, stir it up, and yeah, like I said, you just kind of boil it. So let's see. put it in 2 boiled eggs. To start the bulgogi that has been marinating. I just used this that I got at H Mart, just a marinade. I marinated it for about an hour. So I'm gonna put that in the pan. I'm gonna put some onions and mushrooms in with it. I'm gonna serve it with rice. Yum yum. I also got this huge bucket of kimchi at H Mart. I love kimchi, I really do. I eat it a lot. Fermented food is, you know, it's good for you, and I love kimchi. It just tastes so good, especially the cabbage kind. So I just got a big old tub of it when I was at H Mart. I usually just find little small things at my local grocery store, so yay! I got the bulgogi meats going in. Started up my kimchi pancakes mix. I'm also going to saute just some vegetables because I don't think my husband's going to like a kimchi pancake because he doesn't like kimchi. So bless him, he puts up with my smelly fridge. The tteokbokki is done, it looks amazing. Shall we do a taste test? Let's try one. It's gonna be hot. So. Here's the rice cakes. You see it's gotten a little jigglier now, basically. Basically. Those are really hot, so hold on. Oh, texture. Your sauce. It's got a little heat from the, you know, the red pepper flakes, but it's not crazy town. It's not like set your mouth on fire or anything like that. The sauce just kind of like thickened up a little bit. Green onions have kind of cooked down. We got the hard-boiled egg in there. Oh my gosh, I'm a happy lady. Is my kimchi pancake batter. I've got one cooking up in the pan. I'm just making kind of smallish ones. This is my first time trying it. And here I've got the meat is cooking. I've got added the mushrooms and the onions, and just gonna kind of cook that down a little bit. And this, yeah, we'll serve with the rice. And I got some vegetables to saute also. Yeah. I did pick up some radish kimchi too when I was at H Mart, so I'm going to have that on the side with my bulgogi. Let's try the kimchi pancake. Let's try the bulgogi. Oh yeah, good flavor. More tteokbokki. So good, y'all. I'll link any recipes I used below. Alright, so we just did a quick library switch off. We dropped some books off, and I wanted there to pick up this book. I started this on audiobook today, but I kind of wanted the physical book just to look at it and, you know, see if there's any like extra bits in there and stuff. So I am enjoying that. Turn the AC down actually. And she actually has another book. So I just went ahead and grabbed it. Maybe I have time to get to it. The same author. This one's called Sora. Let's check it out. And I did find John Cho's book there, Troublemaker. It's a middle grade book, and I'm really excited about this one. I'm really hoping to get to this for Ktropeathon. We know John Cho. We love some John Cho, right? The actor. And he wrote this book. Probably came out maybe last year or year before maybe. I'm excited. And then I actually went ahead and picked up Victor LaValle's The Devil in Silver. This is for Rachel at the Shades of Orange Patreon book club for the month. I went ahead and picked it up. I didn't realize this was so chunky. I'm gonna have to start now just so I can make sure I get to it. I think this is some kind of creature feature type thing, so I'm excited for it. So yay! Ooh, good day at the library. Alrighty, so let's just do a little check-in. It's the end of the day on Monday. I think I put a little footage in here where we went to the library, and then I just kind of, I hadn't been to my local indie bookstore in a little while, so I said, you know what, let's run in there. We don't have to, we're not on schedule today. We're off for the holiday tomorrow. So I love my local indie bookstore. They have a really large selection of like new books that you can get, and they also have a used book room, so you can buy and sell books in there. And so and you should find something. So I found a couple things for the kiddo. Martha Speaks, and this Toni Morrison book, The Big Box. I check that out. I've never read that. Couple things for myself. I found in the used section, found a Harlan Ellison, The Beast That Shouted Love at the Heart of the World. I've not read any Harlan Ellison. I couldn't resist this for 75 cents. The Ghost on Saturday Night by Sid Fleischman, illustrated by Eric von Schmidt. Just a really classic old school kids book. That looks really cute. Let's see. First edition, 1974. So that is really cute. I love that. With that purple on there. And then I couldn't pass this up for 50 cents. The Maryville Mall. Sweet Success. Guess who's hanging out at Maryville Mall? This is by Janet Ellis. It's, oh my God. It's a dream come true for Lori Randall. She's always loved designing clothes, and now Nora Pringle has given her a chance with her own company, Designs by Lori. Everybody's crazy about Lori's ideas, and she's thrilled to see her drawings brought to life. But soon Lori learns that success is a high price. She never seems to have time for her best friends Patsy and Ann. Even her relationship with Nick, the most wonderful guy in the world, was put on hold. What can Lori do to keep her dream from becoming a nightmare? This is an old troll book. Let's check the date on this one. I don't think it's been read. It's like crisp spine there. Oh my gosh, can I read this? 1990. So yeah, very cool. Yeah, wasn't going to pass that up for 50 cents. And they have a little summer reading program going on. There's my fly leaf books. And this wasn't used, but when I looked through the horror section, this just felt like it needed to come home with me. Born to be Weird, Demented Fantasy, and Bizarro Horror. This is Set Sights. This says updated and expanded. This is from Microcosm Publishing, Portland, Oregon. So it looks like first came out maybe 2016. It's had a couple of printings. I don't know a thing about it, but I don't know if it's short stories maybe. I don't know. It just, look at the cover. That had to come home with me. That had to come home with me. So I'm excited about that. So let's do just a little bit update about what I read today. It was a work day for me, so of course I listened to some audiobooks. And I did listen to the audiobook for The Hole. Was this on my TBR? Absolutely not. But I needed an audiobook at work, and so I pulled this one up. This is by the same author that I'm actually reading The City of Ash and Red, Hye Young Pyun. Whoa. And so this is their other book that I'm familiar with, and I also wanted to read. So this one is only a short little thing. It was maybe like 4-ish hours, and it was a strange little story. I don't know, let's talk about it. So our main character is a man named Ogi, and so he wakes up at the beginning of the book. He wakes up and he's been in the hospital. He's in a coma. He woke up from a coma. He was in an awful car accident. His wife has died, in the car accident, and he is like just like horribly just injured, you know, sort of paralyzed, some disfigurement. Like he's just, yeah, he's went through it, right? He can't talk, all kinds of stuff. And and so, you know, he's been spent a few months in the hospital, and then he's, you know, sent home. And, you know, as happens, like a caregiver starts coming in to take care of him. And we see that, you know, over some time, the caregiver is just doing a really crappy job. And so the caregiver's let go, and then the mother-in-law takes care of him. So this is, again, the mother-in-law. So his wife is dead. His parents have died, you know, some years prior. So, you know, he doesn't have anyone else. His mother-in-law is the only one that can take care of him. And this maybe isn't the best situation. His mother-in-law starts getting really a bit more, I don't know. She starts acting really strange. And it becomes a bit more unhinged, you know, as the days go by and the months go by and the weeks go by and the months go by. And this woman is just like out in the front yard digging a hole, and like this huge hole. She says it's like going to be like a pond, and she's doing weird stuff out in the yard, right? And there's periods of time where she still will stop looking after Ogi. He won't get fed, and he won't get his medicine and things like that. Like I said, it's just this real descent into this woman. Just, I don't know. Maybe she has found out something, you know, rummaging through her daughter's things. You know, I don't know. But it's just this really just strange little story about, you know, we go back a little backwards in time about, you know, his relationship, his childhood growing up, and then of course we get a lot of inner dialogue because he's just stuck in this bed, right? And yeah, I don't know. It was pretty interesting. I really liked it, and the ending was just really good. So this is translated by read my own writing. Translated by Sora Kim Russell, and again, that is The Hole by Hye Young Pyun. So yeah, really liked that. And then I had a little more time got left over in my day, so I did start the audiobook for Kim Jiyoung, born 1982. This is written by Cho Nam-Joo, translated by Chung. Again, this is the book that I went and just picked up the physical copy at my libraries, just so I could have a physical copy to look through as I'm reading. Yeah, so I'll talk more about this when I'm kind of finished with it, but really enjoying this so far. Very sort of feminist novel about what women deal with actually in Korea, and it's called Through a Couple of Generations. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far, and it's only kind of short too. So yeah, that's the day. So it's evening time. Figure out something for dinner. I'm not sure. What's for dinner tonight? Ugh. Anyone else? Struggle with dinner every night. Ugh. Alrighty, I'll check in later. Bye. Alright, let's do a little check-in. It's Tuesday night. Yeah, so we had a really fun day. It is the 4th of July today here in the US, so our Independence Day, so we had a little pool time this morning, and then we just kind of hung out and relaxed the rest of the day. I got a little bit of reading in, a little bit of planning in, so I did finish The City of Ash and Red by Hye Young Pyun, and I'm not quite sure how to feel about this one. So preliminary thoughts. Okay, I can't remember if I told you what the book was about, but we're following this man who we just know him as the man. He never is named in the book, and he is sent to a foreign country as part of his work, because he works for like a pest control company. He's known as like a rat killer. And so he's sent to this country, sort of what it appears to be in the midst of some like viral pandemic. Also, the garbage people are on strike. So he gets there. He's immediately quarantined because they think he's sick. Trash is piled up, I mean, everywhere in this city. Everywhere, because the trash trucks aren't working. It's, I don't know. It's really strange. And then we find out that, you know, he loses like all of his luggage and all, like he doesn't have anything. I don't know. We find out that he is sort of what's the word? Thought to be a suspect for his ex-wife murder back in you know, the country that he came from. There's a whole lot going on here, and he's living on the streets. He's like digging through trash. So you just feel this like odor of all this trash on the street. There's so much homeless people. There's like stuff about sewers. There's like killing rats. I don't know, man. This book is very strange. You know, I read The Hole earlier by the same author. I will say I like The Hole probably a bit more, but they're both really kind of have a similar style of writing, of course. I mean, they're the same author, but just, yeah, very similar storytelling. Yeah, but back to City of Ash and Red. So by the end of it, like the main character, like you really don't like him. Like he's not like a good guy. Like you don't like him at all. And then I'm at the end of it, and then I'm wondering, like, did any of this actually happen? I don't know. I'm a little confused about how I feel about this right now, but I don't know. Like I've said, I'm like a 3-star. Like I was compelled enough to finish, but feeling a little lost with maybe the meaning of it. Maybe it just went over my head, you know. I don't know. I'll think about it a little more maybe. And I did, you know, one of the prompts for Ktropeathon is to do a K-beauty tip. Now that, well, this isn't really a tip. I did pick up a couple of these face masks from H Mart when I was there. So this is a cucumber one, and you can see here. So what's, you know, these things are kind of everywhere nowadays, these sort of sheet masks. But I first saw these when my sister, you know, brought some back for us when she went to Korea. So my sister married a Korean man, and she'd been to Korea several times, you know, when they were not married yet, you know, they were just young and didn't have, you know, she would go visit him there and that kind of thing. Anyway, she brought some of these, and I love them. And now I kind of, like I said, now you kind of see sheet masks everywhere, but the green ones were the first time I ever saw them. So I felt really good. I feel moisturized. It's one thing you know, as I'm getting older, my skin has definitely changed, where I have these sort of dryness where I never really had, because I'm just an oily girl, you know. But anyway, y'all don't care about my skin, but okay. So we watched a little bit of TV, watched some fireworks. Of course, the neighborhood, some fireworks are going off. I think I'm about to go to bed, but I did make a start on a new book. I needed a little something light after reading The Hole and City of Ash and Red. So I started Heart and Soul by Erin Kinsella. I am loving this already. I am loving it already. Oh, I'm so excited. Like I said in my planned video, but so we have a woman who is a writer. She has written a book that is being turned into a drama over in Korea. So she, you know, is coming over to Korea for like a month while, you know, to see, you know, them filming and all that kind of good stuff. And lo and behold, when she walks in, you know, to the studio for the first meeting of, you know, all the people that are going to be involved, is her bias from her favorite K-pop group is playing the male lead. And so she's immediately just like, oh my God, right? and then, so we get like alternating chapters from Tessa, who's the girl, and then the male character. I'm forgetting his name right now. I think it's Angy. Yeah, Angy. And so what's funny, well, not funny, but interesting is, so like I said, he's part of a K-pop group, which they're kind of in a holding pattern right now because some of their members are in the military, and so their pop, their music career is kind of, like I said, on hold right now. So they're all kind of trying to fill their time to keep, to keep interest in the group alive while people are away doing their military service. And so he's decided to do this acting role as something different, and so he's really feeling really anxious and nervous about it. Yeah, I don't know. I cannot wait to see where this goes. There's like already been like dating scandal. I'm here for this. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna listen to probably a little bit of music and then head to bed and then it's back to work tomorrow. So I'll check in with something sometime. All right. Alrighty guys, let's do a little check-in because I finished a couple of books. I know. So let's get into it. I did finish Troublemaker by John Cho. So John Cho wrote this with let me get her name, with Sarah Suk. And I'm just noticing this little title page. It's really cute. I really liked this. This was really good, you guys. And so there's a little author note at the back. So John Cho was supposed to write a totally different book. And when COVID came around, and I guess that year that was 2020, and he just had this idea of something else. And it was this book. And so this is what we got. And it's really good. So it takes place in Los Angeles, right after the verdict was handed down from the police officers that had assaulted Rodney King in Los Angeles back in 90. Does it have a year in here? When was that? Well, if you know, you know, right? So we were in 1992. So this is the setting, and we're following this young guy here named Jordan, who is the youngest of his family. He has a Korean family. His parents immigrated, and he lives with his mother and father and an older sister and a grandfather. And they live in LA. Their family owns a liquor store. And that's what they're doing, and he's going to school and all this good stuff. What was his exact age? Just to say, I'm not really sure. We'll say he's like probably 12-ish, most middle grade. Main characters are 12. And so again, like I said, it takes place kind of over the span of just like this one night, and as we see. Jordan is going through some things. He's kind of on the outs with his dad. He's not really doing that well in school. He's getting pressure from his family, all this kind of stuff. He's got a friend who's he's not supposed to see anymore because he's supposedly this troublemaker kid, and he's gotten suspended from school. It's just some decisions that he's made, right? But then all this stuff is going on again with the riots. People are the city's burning, and there's violence and everything, and he gets this kind of wild hair in him that he needs to help his dad, who's at the family's liquor store, kind of boarding up the place, so hopefully it doesn't get damaged. Because we know during that time that Koreatown was very much affected during these riots. A lot of businesses were burnt to the ground, that kind of thing. So that is very much in here. Of course, there's all sorts of issues about race, violence, police violence, and all that going on in here, and sort of intertwined with just kind of Jordan's sort of personal story and how all of this is affecting him. And it was really good, you guys. I really liked it a lot, and I was really impressed. It didn't hold back as far as talking about gun violence, talking about police violence, racism. It didn't really hold back at all. It's not going to hold your hands, and kind of baby step around things. It really went for it, and I personally appreciated that, and I think a lot of kids reading this would appreciate it too. Just the sort of upfront and just laying it out there like it was, especially that it was a bit of for kids today, a very historical setting. But yeah. the late 1990s, right? So yeah, I just very impressed with this story. Very compelling. And just look at John Cho again. We just love him, right? So I love John Cho, but he was Harold and Kumar. He will just always be Harold for me, am I right? Go to Harold and Castle. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. I love that. I love that flippin' movie. Anyway, so I really liked that. I also did finish Kim Jiyoung, born 1982. This is, of course, by Cho Nam-Joo. This is translated from the Korean by Jamie Chang. And I loved this. I absolutely loved this. And there were bits in this. Okay, let me back up. This is essentially a story of Kim Jiyoung. When we first meet her, it's about 2015, I think the year was. Let me make sure. 2015. At this time, she's kind of in her early 30s, married a few years, has a kid, maybe 2 kids, I can't remember. But, doing the whole thing that she's supposed to do. And so we kind of travel back through time a bit with her as her childhood and what her family life was like growing up. And then kind of her time at university. And then a little bit of her married life and her work life and her married life. And it really is basically just a really kind of upfront and blunt look at misogyny and sexism within modern day Korea. But of course, this is relevant. This is very relevant to women all over the place. But this, of course, is very much focusing on life in Korea, South Korea, and I can absolutely see why this caused a lot of controversy when this came out, because it is very much upfront and blatant about this is how shitty it is, basically. And the whole, when she was born, it's just like, oh, she's a girl. She has an older sister, and then when 5 years or so, her parents finally had a young boy, and how that just changed everything for their family, and how he was given preferential treatment. And this is her mom's stories too. So there's a generational story of how girls are just not even as wanted as boys, and then what really struck me was the when she got to working. So she was after she graduated college and started working, and the amount of just absolutely sexism and harassment that women are subjected to every day. Again, very blunt, is interspersed with real data, facts. So you get these little footnotes of where she found this data from, where the author got the data from, and so this stuff is very, very much true still. We like to think that we're very progressive, but honestly, still got a lot of work to do. And I actually think South Korea has a lot of work to do in terms of sort of feminism in general, just from kind of what I know. And yeah, but the parts about motherhood in particular really hit me hard. I felt very seen, and it really got me. And I think this is a really important book. I would suggest anyone read this. Women, men, just read this book. I think you will come away with something. But if you are, of course, a woman, you will definitely, I think, sort of feel something else about it. If you're a working woman, you will feel a certain way about it. If you are a mother, you will feel a certain way in certain sections, right? Yeah. I loved it. The writing honestly is very straightforward, and honestly, I hate to say it, even a little dry at times. But I think it's just because this is being presented to you very upfront and in such a blunt way. Even the life of Kim Jiyoung is just handed to you in this is her life. This is the things that she went through and dealt with, and this is what her mom went through and dealt with, and this is just how it is. This is life. And for a lot of women in certain countries, of course, we'll say more developed countries as far as women dealing with this kind of thing. This stuff isn't, you know, it isn't just, you know, in South Korea. I absolutely love this book. I want to buy a copy. I have it on my shelf. Like, I loved this book, and like I say, I just felt so seen, particularly in the motherhood bits, because when, you know, she's in the motherhood era, you know, so she's, you know, like I said, in like her early 30s, she's like, almost kind of like, she's like struggling, you know, she's struggling. She's given up her job. She doesn't work anymore because she's taken on this motherly role, and it's just, I don't even know how much, I can't even know what else to say about it, because I just absolutely love this book. So read it and just see if it affects you. I don't know, but I can, like I said, I can absolutely see why this was caused so much controversy in South Korea. So I'm using this for the prompt of trendy and trendsetter, because many K-pop idols have read this book, and some male K-pop idols have read it, you know, were sort of praised for reading it, and like, oh, good job, you must be a forward-thinking man. And women that have read this book and you know, and praised how they liked it were absolutely trashed. And I think that actually speaks to this whole flippin' book, you know what I mean? So like in particular, like male fans of Irene from Black Velvet, Irene spoke out that she really loved this book. They like burned her photo cards, and I'll try to like maybe add some snippets of like things. I mean, flippin' ridiculous. Absolutely, what, like WTF, right? Absolutely ridiculous. And she got so much flack for just reading this book. So again, I can see why it caused some controversy, but I'm so glad that, I mean, it seemed to be a real hit in South Korea too. So I think, I think that's great, you know, that people are just reading it, and even if they're just angry reading it, you know. Anyway, so yeah, I loved it, absolutely loved it, and period. I don't know, I loved it. 5 stars. I loved it. But yeah, the trendy trendsetter, just because K-pop idols had read it, and anytime a K-pop idol is holding a book, people are going to read it, so, or be interested in reading it. Yeah, so I think that's about it. It's Thursday now, so tomorrow is the 7th, so this will be kind of a, right? Yeah, tomorrow's the 7th. I'm going to try to kind of do a weekly vlog for the Ktropeathon, so I'm going to wrap my vlog up tomorrow. I'm currently reading still Heart and Soul by Erin Kinsella. Still absolutely loving it. I read a little bit more last night, and I read a little bit more Semantic Error, the webtoon I've been reading, and I got to a part where in the drama that I said I already watched the drama, but I just love this. I love this part because, like I said, this is sort of this enemies to lovers sort of story, and so these guys are, like I said, they're in college, and it's cute. I'll try to put the image up here, but the guy's just like, the guy that wears the black hat, Jiyoung, he's like, I just don't like anything to do with this guy. I just don't like this guy at all. He's just, like I said, they're just total opposites. And so the other guy has now, I'm drawing a blank on his name, has decided to just do everything he can to annoy Jiyoung. So he's like, what is your favorite, or what's your least favorite color? And so he says red. I hate red. And so of course he comes to class the next day, sits right beside him, wearing nothing but red from head to toe. I don't know, it's cute. I love it. So still having fun with that. And so yeah, tonight I'm just gonna probably read more of Heart and Soul, because I gotta see how this is gonna head, because this turned into like this fake marriage thing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so so we're gonna wrap up about that later, but I'm gonna get some dinner started, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this little check-in. So we'll catch you in the next one. All right. Yeah, just a simple weekday meal. I'm gonna probably have a little rice with it. Hey, it's Friday. Whoop, 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 whoop. I'm so glad this week is over. A very busy day at work. And it's just not how you want to end a Friday, you know, being really busy. I don't know. Not me anyway. But the weekend's here, so look what surprise mail, and not surprise because I ordered it. I'm surprised because I kind of forgot I ordered it, even though it was just like last week. And I was like, what is this package? Because I ordered some things for my kid, and I was like, maybe it's his things I ordered. And I was like, oh yeah, I ordered this. I'm losing my mind. I'm so excited. So I love Erin and Claire YouTube channel. Erin cooks amazing Korean dishes, and they have this really awesome. I mean, this is a nice cookbook. Gorgeous photos. Just got out the shower. Pardon my shower hair. But I'm gonna actually end the vlog here because I've been editing it and it's so long. So I'm doing dinner, I'm cooking a few mandu, and then I'm gonna have another one of those corn dogs. That's dinner because it's Friday night and that's all I can manage to get my life together to do for myself. And I am prepping for the K-pop, what you call it? Mad Libs. So that hoster of Ktropeathon are hosting that tonight. I've been looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. So I'm gonna tune into that for a little bit. And yeah, so I'm gonna end the vlog here. I've had a really great first week. And so I'll start a new vlog for the second week and see what all I get into next week. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Zippy like autumn. Yeah, I'm making you confront like that.